Good morning, everybody. Middle of October. Where does the time go? I have on my costume, even though we have 2 weeks to Halloween, and my favorite guy is here with me now. And they're on my list, and it's Ryan Fletter, Grill, and I adore talking to you. But what's happening today? How
Oh,
are you?
gorgeous Friday, happy Friday. And we just had a wine dinner a couple nights ago at Barolo with an amazing producer from the area of Roero, which is near Barolo, and she is a 65th generation. The family started acquiring
What?
vineyards in 1300 before Christopher Colombo, before our country, and it was just amazing. And this woman is darling. The winery was called Malabaila, and it's they make Nebbiolo and Arnaz and wonderful wines that are local. And we had this fantastic wine dinner just 2 nights ago.
Okay. How do you trace yourself back?
I know, that's insane. I mean, this is very Italian, right? We're the 65th generation. Here's our family crest. We've lived in this area the whole time, and I'm the lovely daughter with my sister and my mother, and we still produce wine, and it was
Oh,
just
wow.
incredible. And I was so fascinated because this just doesn't happen in our country, obviously.
Well, yeah.
And it's this no and we're having another wine dinner next week on Wednesday, and it's the fam. And I was talking to this Chianti producer today or yesterday, and their family started in 1000. It's like
Numbers.
it's so anyhow, I'm really inspired and blessed to have these incredible folks come through town, go through, and you might meet them once in your life, or you might meet their ancestors, but it's really insane. So we've had a lot of fun at the restaurant with some
Good
wine
for
events
you.
with producers, and that's what's happening.
I assume you have to limit the size because you do it in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, so 20 people or 30 people in the private room, depending on the event. And last week was 30 and it was bustling. And this next week will be another 20 people. And then we get into truffles next month and we have a big truffle
Next
dinner,
week.
which is nearly full. We have 50 some people coming for that Monday night.
Wait.
And then we'll have white truffles, flowing and black truffles throughout the week in November. So a lot happening with the leaves falling and
So,
pumpkins and squash and truffles.
oh, okay, wait a minute. First of all, go back to the truffle dinner. The
Yeah,
truffle is ridiculous as everything else in
it
price now.
is. It is.
Were they
And white truffles and black truffles. We try to do both. And, the white truffles are, they're wild, they grow, and you can only harvest them when you find them. There's no way to propagate them. They're incredibly expensive, but it doesn't take much, a sliver or two. What we'll do is we'll do a truffle dinner on Monday, which is kind of an inaugural night to celebrate the truffle season, and that's on November 10th. But then on the 11th and 12th and 13th and 14th, those days, anyone can come in the restaurant and book us a reservation normal, and we'll have courses that they can have. So you can have truffles on a course. You don't have to have a whole whoop-de-doo necessarily, but you can have the elements just like anything. It's like having a few slivers on a course, and it's amazing. And that's a more affordable way to do it, as well as a
well,
reasonable way to experience it.
even a week after I've seen you
Yeah, yeah,
allow that.
yeah, exactly. So, and sometimes the week after, it depends on the supply of them and the demand and interest. And so the more people that come through the restaurant just gives us the indicator to just keep buying them and have them around. And then a lot of folks just decide when they're in the restaurant, hey, let's have them or not. Um,
And
and that's a really nice way to just make your decision based on how you feel and not.
well, we're talking because we know Rolo very well, but maybe there's somebody who doesn't. So sort of explain what Rolo is.
Barolo where it is and
No,
what it is.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's true that most people don't even know what I'm saying when I say Barolo, which is a wine region a very famous area, a very famous wine in Piedmont, and we named ourselves after this incredible, some would say maybe one of the greatest wine and food areas of all of Italy, up in Piedmont near Turin and the Alps. And this is where the Barolo wines and then the truffles grow and the cuisine that we make, the agnolotti pastas, and some of the things that come from that area that we really focus on. And our little restaurant, Barolo Grill, is just a 5 nights a week dinner restaurant sitting on 6th Avenue in the North Cherry Creek area. And it's been there 33 years almost. In 1992, it was founded. So we're hitting our 33rd year. I've been there 32 of those years.
I've been
I
there
wasn't
33.
I wasn't the founder, but I started as one of the
Oh,
original
yes, you
staff.
are. Yes,
And I
that's
have
so
done every
exciting.
position in the restaurant, and I still am the busboy and the snow shoveler. And I am there every night, maitre d', opening up bottles of wine and running around to just make sure everybody's life is as pleasurable. And we're open 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock, essentially, or 5 to 9 o'clock on those Tuesday through Saturday nights. We're closed on Sunday and Monday, and we're a busy, fun, fantastic restaurant. And you can find all of our stuff on our website because you can see the truffle dinners, you can see wine dinners, you can see our pictures, our Instagrams at barologrildenver.com.
Okay. And after he says all this, it is a fabulous place to go. And the service is perfect. The wines are unreal, non-alcoholic, alcohol, whatever you want. The menu you change often, and it is Italian. Well, let's talk about some of the favorites on the newest menu.
Yeah, we're changing up things like you say, we always have risotto and, some type of various different pastas, whether it's gnocchi or agnolotti, like little stuffed ravioli. We'll do a bolognese and simple dishes. We'll do more elegant fare. As far as pastas go, we're always dealing with seasonal vegetables, whether it's tomatoes and heirloom tomatoes that are just about to leave the season, and then the pumpkins and the squash, and those fold themselves into the menus. And we're in this transition right now, as we can see outside. Um, and various different fish that swim different waters. We're doing a Scottish salmon right now, but we just finished off with Alaskan halibut, and we'll find ourselves dealing with beautiful sea scallops. And so we let Chef Daryl, source out what makes most sense and what's appealing and interesting and fresh. As far as meat dishes, we do a
You
roasted
always,
duckling.
that's always fun.
That's our signature of the house. But we'll do a pork tenderloin or a beef tenderloin, always really great cuts. And then the seasonal fare to be the accoutrement. So, the
And
pork dish, as an
you
example,
always
having all
have,
the little,
oh, the new one's great.
it's got the parsnip puree and all the little Thumbelina carrots and such. And, chef is probably going to make him transition in the next week or two with a few of these dishes because of these various seasonal changes occurring. And
Oh,
then
I
we'll get
can
into this
understand.
November menu. So,
All
yeah,
right. I love it. The tagliatelle that you added with the pork,
yes.
unbelievable.
Roasted pork and tagliatelle is a shoestring noodle pasta. We make it in house fresh every day. We open at 5 in the morning and start baking bread and rolling out pastas, and then at 5 p.m. we start serving. So we run a long service of prep to produce fresh pasta, roast the pork. We use a braising liquid as the sauce to it and top it with pecorino cheese, which is a sheep's cheese, amazing and fresh as can be, and a little broccoli rabe, so you have a nice vegetable in there. And it's, yeah, starts at 5 in the morning rolling pasta, and seasoning and teasing it all up for 5 o'clock.
Okay, well, and I know many people adore, well, it isn't everybody adores it, but some people consider it only a special occasion because you go in blue jeans, nobody cares. I mean, it's not
Hmm.
like anybody's, if you want to be dressed up, fine. But you can go there any night and just have not such a fancy, you don't have to have the first dinner. And you
Right.
can come in, and if you think, I'd love to try it, but I don't want to have the entree and the this and the this and the this, You're welcome to come in for appetizers or just pasta, glass of wine or not, whatever.
Yeah, that's right. We always offer a la carte and a tasting menu so that you can do whatever. And you can make a reservation or you can saunter in. I always prefer people call and make a at least
Please
a
make
call
it.
while you're in the car because we have people booking and canceling and we have walk-in activity and some nights are just slamming busy Saturday nights and some nights are much more easy to just wander through. You don't have to be planning that hard, nor do you have to decide your appetite until the day has happened. And then you sometimes are hungry than you thought, or you're less hungry and you still have a reservation or an interest in coming in. So our menus are set up to, decide if you want an a la carte or tasting menu, and you don't have to decide until you're in the seat in the restaurant, and you can change your mind even from the time you've had lunch to the time you've had walking yourself in the restaurant. So really no pressure. The only pressure is like anything. Life is short. Have great time and
Yes,
celebrate, but you don't
well,
have to have an
changes
occasion.
everything.
We have to eat and we have to eat well and put high quality things around us in us, but you don't have to have a birthday or an anniversary or
No,
life-changing moment to do that.
and
And
it's so much fun.
I've always lived that way at the restaurant. It's meant to, I always say, you can mess around or you can plan to the nines. We have the wine list that is 100 pages, and we have the wine list that's consolidated into one page. You can ask somebody just to bring you a glass of wine that's just delicious and easy, or you can dive into old vintage library things. So you just can have fun and mess around. Or you can plan seriously because you do have a life-changing event. There are many, and we want to really celebrate those. Birthday, anniversary, someone's turning a significant decade, somebody's having a graduation, and that's significant, a promotion, a job change, a house, all these things that are so incredible. You should stop and say, let's actually celebrate for a minute in the midst of all the chaos and the craziness. And it's
And
nice to do that in a place that welcomes you instead of just a commodity mediocre spot.
and right now, just talking, things are so expensive as to what things used to be. And if you're going out now, you, I mean, it's not going to be cheap if I go to McDonald's. So, I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. Anywhere you
things,
go right now is it's
right.
expensive. We know that the cost of beef is higher than it's ever been. Whether that's a hamburger or whether that's a beef tenderloin. We know the cost of labor is higher than it has ever been, whether it's an hourly worker or a salary worker. Insurance is higher and expensive than ever, as we know, and
Well,
that's all in the
everybody
media.
knows that.
We're all getting absolutely fire hosed with this while we're settling it all down and while we're working through it all with our legislators and we're all fighting the same fights, you still have to make a quality decision and decide what food, wine, and service quality you want to have in your limited life and limited time. So I know it's a balancing act between what we can afford and what we should do and shouldn't do. I really still reside on the side of look to the higher quality of anything and keep an economical mindset because you should spend your time somewhere where they care about you, and you
I
should spend your time somewhere where the food is quality and the wine and the whatever beverage you're drinking so that it's not toxic to you in the midst of all of
go
this
out
chaos.
one night less. And I mean, it's like I said to you,
Mhm.
my favorite meal is a sandwich and the pasta, a salad and a pasta there. And you can go in and you can afford a, a pasta there as you would any place and have a marvelous homemade pasta. You give free, I think it should be called complimentary bread.
Yep,
And
I pay a gentleman a lot of money and we love him to death. And he has spent 20 years with us and he's out baking bread every single morning. And we frisbee those out to the restaurant, complimentary. And it is something that we do. and it is something for all of you to take advantage of. Fresh rosemary focaccia. My brother was the one who invented or made the recipe in the restaurant originally when it opened 32 years ago, and it is still something we serve to this day. And it is, you can have one or four, and on top of pasta and salad or whatever, you just aren't going to be hungry. And the
No,
reality is, this is not something in a freezer. It's not something that has been made yesterday or last week. Whether it's pasta, whether it's focaccia, whether it's the roasted meats, whatever you feel. And a lot of people will just share an entree and have a few bites of this delicious piece
ta-da.
of duckling, and then you've had pasta and
Yeah.
focaccia bread and whatever. And having a good time is what's
And
really important.
when you ask to share, they're very nice about it. A lot of people frown at you. Yeah,
No,
nobody
we are.
frowns at you, whatever craziness you have.
You
Everybody,
know, It's Italy. It's Italian. It's very classic to be putting things in front of each other and sharing your fork and sharing your plate and having somebody eat what you're eating right now. And that's very intimate. And that's part of the exciting, fun thing that we need more in our life, not less of. Less isolation and less my own plate and my own corner and my own Zoom meeting,
yeah.
which we do all the time. And so intimate and convivial and sharing and saying, try this bite of mushroom, oh my God, and
Okay.
try this little bolognese bite, and then whatever's left over, we, scrape up into the container and head home and continue that. And that's part of the life force that we should all be really focusing on. So something that comes off of me and my constitution, I try to breed that throughout the restaurant.
Hey, I've done it with strangers at the bar. Oh, you want to taste it? Sure.
Absolutely.
Or can I have a bite? And I just have to say, because we have to get down to special things happening in that before we run out of time. I never get dessert. And the other day, I don't know why, he wanted the cheesecake, the lavender.
Mm,
Oh
yes.
God. And it is beautiful. I
It's
don't
amazing. It's
I
beautiful.
don't like cheesecake, so I
Well,
adore it.
ironically, this is really an atypical cheesecake because typically it's thick, dense, has a crust to it. This one is light whipped mascarpone base, and then we use a lavender honey and wrap it around. We crumble a little Castelmagno cheese. We actually went to the village of Castelmagno a few years ago. It's a village up in north of Piedmont. Some would say the most famous cheese in Italy, or the most Italians say, I can't believe you have this. It's like gold. It's very small. It's not the most popular cheese. It's not like Parmigiano, but it is one of the most noble cheeses. And we took the staff there, which we do every year, and close the restaurant and gallivant around. And we go to this high alpine village. It's like a little I mean, it looks like a village out of the medieval past or out of some fairy tale. These little tiny huts and houses up in the mountains, and they bring the cattle up there to milk the cows after they've eaten all the wild lavender, all the wild flowers. There's bees buzzing, and
Name,
this is the special cheese. So this cheesecake is sort of an homage to them and that
say the name.
experience. Say it's Castelmagno, and it's one of Italy's number one premier gold star cheeses. And it's a hard cheese, it's a cow cheese, and there's a few different versions and ages available. They'll age them up to 18 months. And we bring these in specially. We import them, so we have them just sent to us. We don't have, this is not a cheese you'll find in the local markets unless somebody has a special request to do that. And we make this cheesecake with this idea, and it just blows people away. We just did the 5280 event this weekend for top 25 restaurants. We served that at the event.
Oh, did you?
Everyone came to the table and said
Oh,
that was the best bite in the entire place and came
first
back
of
for
all,
more.
it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. It's got flowers all over it, edible flowers, and you can see it on our Instagram or our website, and it's become kind of a Hall of Famer dish. And so and
It
it's
doesn't,
also not unctuous and heavy and rich. I mean, you lick the plate, you just want to have more. It's not this it's another experience that we just don't get a lot of in life, and we need to do more of that.
all right, so now you have the wine dinners, the truffles. tell us about holidays and what to do with all of that.
Yeah, so December is going to be bananas for us. We have three private rooms and they're all being booked right now. So little one, middle size, big size, corporate, personal, private. So we have various different, and it's available for kind of first come, first serve, whoever books, whoever's interested in it. They're available year round, but they're really in high demand right now for special events. And so those are busy right now with the people booking and activation. And then the dining room is a busy dining room in the bar, like you said. I always tell everybody go to our website and just look for a reservation. I have people cancel day of, moment of, hour before, hour after, but by the time 5 o'clock happens, often it's refilled. So for anyone who's wanting to make their way through the restaurant, just go to our website, barologrilldenver.com. You'll see it. You can book it right there. You can see what's available. You can check it tomorrow if you were unavailable, and you'll find that things have moved around. So it's busy because of all of this. Everybody's looking to have a great time, and whether it's to share pasta or have truffles, or some are looking to spend money, some are looking to save money, some are looking to be economical with money. That's
Just
always a
have a good time.
consideration.
Okay, you're closed Thanksgiving.
We're always closed on Thanksgiving. So that day is Thursday. We will be closed, but we'll be open Friday, Saturday, the following days, and the days leading up to it. We're closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, and we're actually closed the day before Christmas Eve because it's a Tuesday. So we're going to just be closed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll be reopened for the weekend after Christmas. And then we're open New Year's Eve, of course, which is a big night for a lot of folks, and we're closed Christmas, New Year's Day,
I
and then
kind of
we're into January.
I don't even know what days of the week they are. But
Yes, exactly. So, but for those who are planning, I know a lot of folks ask about, are we open Christmas Eve, Christmas
right,
Day? No, we celebrate with our own families. I tell the entire staff they can get on a plane and go somewhere if they want or not.
stay here.
And
Don't
but
get on a plane.
we do not we want to be home at Thanksgiving as well, and we don't want to feel like our staff and others need to wrestle up an evening of service. So we throw that one away. And so but otherwise we're open the before and afters of all those holidays aside from a Sunday and a Monday.
Address, phone number.
We're on 3030 East 6th Avenue. That's 6th and St. Paul. That's basically just directly north of the Cherry Creek Mall on 6th Avenue. And our phone number is 303-393-1040 for those who use phones these days still. And then our website's barologrilldenver.com. You just got to put the word Denver in there,
And
Google it, you'll find it. And then you can see the reservation instantly, or you can see the phone number, you can see my name, you can see the cheesecakes, you can see the pastas, you can stare at it and
and
book or inquire.
the staff is great. Chef Daryl is great. I've been around there for 33 years and it's not old guys. It just gets better and better. And I adore it.
I I'm there every day with a paintbrush and a screwdriver and a planter box,
You
and
stop at my house.
I keep the lights beautiful and improve things constantly and put in brand new chairs and tables. And yes, it's white tablecloth. It's elegant because it's soft, it's supple, it's not noisy, cracky now noise with glassware and silverware on the hard surfaces. And it's a classic but timeless place. And I'm the one who is the steward of preserving the one and only, and the rarity in our little gorgeous Denver community.
And I'll say yes to everything he said. To all of you who are watching this, please like and subscribe to the Gabb, GABB /Gabby Gourmet on YouTube. I'm just Gabby Gourmet on Facebook, Instagram. And yes, you will see me at Barolo because I adore it. I love you to death and everybody there. Have a great weekend.
Ciao for now, everyone. Enjoy this gorgeous week.
Much love. Bye bye. See you soon.